Welcome in. This is the pile selection, but there's also going to be a collective reading, and I think it's going to be a long one. So pile 1 is this card and a jet. Let's put him below. Check off the list. Pile 2 is this card and labradorite. Check. Pile 3 is this card and amethyst. Check. Cool. See you at your readings and / or the collective at the beginning. Yeah. So the reason that I feel like it's going to be a long one, collective at the start, is because I have food that is in the oven and I want to get it after like 40 minutes. And then I'm thinking I'll probably eat it while messages, like eat it on the side with some cards and with some company. And yes, and then I'll do the readings after, so it's a bit sectioned. Before food and then after food. I got some, what are these called? Songs. I think one of the most fun things in life is forgetting really, really simple words, like what a song is called. Not like names of songs, that's not simple, that's complicated. The concept of like what, not the concept, the concept of what a song is. That's kind of a cool thought. Yeah, I have songs for each pile, and then also for the collective, I wasn't expecting this, but I got 3 songs for the collective. So the first one was When Will My Life Begin by Tangled, or Entangled. And that word tangled is coming up, so there might be a lot of like tangled emotion within the collective, like a bit here, there and everywhere, and finding it difficult to really see clearly, or like you see clearly but everything that you see is complicated or somehow in a tangle, or capable of being in a tangle. For some of you, I'm seeing it, it's like you feel like you need to freeze because you see all the different threads, and if you move then you can foresee it becoming tangled. The second song is Funeral by Ella Red, and the absurd, something like an absurd death, an absurd circumstance, but it's something to do with the like when will my life begin is like you looking forward, so that's the most prevalent emotion here, wanting the next thing. But then what comes is after you've looked forwards, you gotta look back at the anchor. Why aren't you there? And that feels like the funeral. And that word absurd coming through for funeral, it could be that you're in a circumstance that you're like, I can't believe I'm in this, or I can't believe I went through this, or that this happened. There's like a disbelief. For some of you, you may have lost something dear to you and you are finding it hard to process that. Like, I can't believe it happened. So there's like an inability to move forwards into a lighter, a more freeing life, freeing self-experience, because of a difficulty in really sinking in to the truth, processing the truth. And then the third song was Good Time by Owl City and Carly Rae Jepsen. And that one is interesting because that one, I have a playlist on my Spotify that has every single song in all of my other playlists called All. And I put that on shuffle to get these songs. And I also did the button, which isn't just shuffle, but it's... Oh, red kite outside. I'm seeing loads of red kites lately. It's like March, spring, and so the behavior has changed, and I'm seeing loads. So exciting. Spring newness. Spring is my favorite season. That's what I want to say. But I'm really noting that it's like on the side, and that sounded like I was saying undecided. So you're undecided about your spring. Undecided. I don't think it's... I think it's you're undecided whether spring is your favorite season. Some of you, that makes me feel like you're undecided if you can really let go of the past, because it was making me think of, actually, is winter my favorite season? And that's not true for me, but it's coming through here. It's like you weren't sure if you really wanted it to be spring yet or not. And I will mention the piles, the songs that came through for the piles, because for this to be the collective, it seems like it's probably an accumulation of all piles, though they could be very different messages, but it does feel as though they're intertwined, that they're not like two separate readings for the same people. It feels like one big reading. So the pile songs were Boomerang by Plain White Tees, Playing by Mitch, and Misery by Maroon 5. And so the Misery song and the Good Time song, which were both the final, like of the 3 songs for the collective and the 3 songs... Is this recording? I got like a sudden, like, it's so still, or it's so something, so I just checked if it was recording still, and it is. Which feels like that. It's like, as soon as I was getting to this part, I keep not being able to say it. And this is like the end, this is the next part. I keep not being able to say it, like I'm being derailed back, which is literally the first song, pile 1. I wonder if the collective is going to experience all 3 piles. So if you feel drawn to all piles, that could be why, because there's like a continuation for you. I also want to note, like, sometimes with picker cards, because I love watching picker cards too. Dabba-dabba-doo. Sometimes I'll be drawn to, like, let's say for example pile 3, that will be the first inclination, and then I'll realize I'm also drawn to pile 1. So just because pile 1 is first, it doesn't mean I'll watch that one first. I'll usually go to the one I was drawn to first, and then to the other ones I was drawn to. So for some of you that might be the case here. Yeah, so the thing I keep trying to say is the future. That feels like what is difficult for you. Yeah, I keep trying to say that the final songs in each like grouping came from the like advanced shuffle. I'm not sure what it's called. But it's like a shuffle where it's not just including the songs that are in the playlist, it's also adding its own, like there's loads of Spotify's like recommended for this playlist kind of thing. So those 2 final ones were the recommended ones. In other words, ones that I didn't have included in my repertoire. So it just felt like a reiteration of newness. It's like the song itself, this one, at least for the collective here, the final one of this collective, Good Time, it's like speaking about having fun. So it was like double newness. Very fresh energy at the end. So it felt cool. It was very much telling a story of like looking to the future, which has you then look to the past and what needs to die in order to move out into the future, or create the future, be the future. And then once that death has been processed or occurred, then it's a good time. I'm being drawn a bit to Owl City, like the city part of that, which makes me think of like the past also, because I said that I was drawn to the city part of Owl City in another reading ages ago. So that could be significant somehow. Also, just like the city is like, I don't know, it's like an accumulation of lots of different things. So with that, it could be that you are feeling like you don't understand why your expansion hasn't taken off. You don't understand why you're not in the new life, because you have integrated so much of that city that you're moving into, and yet because it's such a grand city, there may be other townsfolk, other buildings that you've yet to build, and or old buildings that have yet to be demolished. But it's like it's a city. You're not just building a town or a village or a settlement. What are those things? They're called something smaller than a village. I don't know why I really want to think of that. I just heard the word in Welsh, aberthi, which is, oh wait, I think that's to, like, it's to get rid of. It's not quite demolish. It's making me think of laws, like, I can't quite remember the definitions, like abertir, the rules, to put an end to the rules. Let's get some cards. I also want to note before cards that I had written, like, it was like my own notes on this page. Whoa, I just drank tea and it tasted really funky in a really cool way, but in like a way where it had me question, like, what is in that? It feels like it's psychedelic feeling, like I'm about to go into a a very altered state of mind. Oh, that was so cool. Oh, and the mug. This isn't a mug. What do you call this? Flask? It's not really a flask. Between a mug and a flask. It's not a mug at all, though. Anyway, it's got flowers on, which was making me think of that spring energy. Yeah, this paper at the start had a few of my own thoughts on that I then crossed out, and then decided I'm not just going to cross them out, I'm going to cut the entire page off. Because I was thinking, I don't really mind people reading what I had written, and yet I still wanted to cut it off. So that could definitely be to do with what you're letting go of, in that you may have a sense of no towards it, or you may oh, this is what needs cards for. Okay, I'm seeing my tarot deck in my eye, my mind's eye, and now in my real, I mean, other sense of real eye. I have two eyes in this current embodiment, in this current time of this current embodiment. Okay, what was I saying? I don't remember. Eee. I just saw the Hanged Man, which is definitely altered perspective. I was laughing because I was thinking that in terms of the tea, that feels like a psychedelic trip. Page of Wands, that came out really cool. It was like it was in reverse, but the way I flipped it made it not be in reverse so smoothly, so easily. In my mind, I wanted to then get loads of cards, but immediately I felt like a a split of that's it. A split of that's it. It rhymes. Wah-ha-ha. Different cards, maybe. Fire to Earth, because the back of the deck had Knight of Pentacles on it. From Page of Wands to Knight of Pentacles. I'm seeing it like from your little point of beginning. From the point of beginning, a passion for learning. A passion for exploring your point of beginning. And then movement. Oh, I'm getting the image of like a pentacle in front of your third eye, but then kind of it moving, you kind of holding it, pushing it through your mind, and then swallowing it, and it kind of birthing out through your solar plexus, or no, lower, maybe sacral, maybe in between, and it kind of blooming out like a flower, but not just one flower, like a whole plant life, a whole city of flowers. Plant Life is an Owl City song, I believe, and that brought me back to that city, a whole city of flowers. And I'm really being drawn to these. Droplets. That's interesting. It looks like he's like going to ride into them. It's like they're in the perfect trajectory for him to be eating them. Like that huge pentacle you ate. But the way he's positioned is like he's trying to stop himself from eating them. And that feels like all these creatures surrounding, which feels like your guides, supporters. They can be guides within the physical or non-physical that are urging you, like, go on, eat it, go on. And this looks like I heard xylophone and megaphone. Xylophone, no. I can't think of. I'm confusing a glockenspiel. Wait, yeah, I think I'm confusing a glockenspiel and the thing that you play, that you blow in, that looks like a like a Kit Kat bar. Kit Kat bar. Snapping a Kit Kat bar in half and it crumbling, and then all the crumbles landing on the desk, and then it melting into the desk, and it is the desk. It became the fresh new layer. Like the desk is now fully brownified. It's renewed. And you look up and you're in a library. And the library has stairs down. I'm loving all the visuals. I wish that I was like a really good, or like a really I wish I could paint this for you in time, what I'm seeing. In time. There's something about like the way that it's like I'm seeing loads of water now rush down those stairs within this library. Like flooding it. But it never floods the top layer or the normal, the books layer. Going down beneath. It's not the restricted section. It's never restricted, but it's only seen to some. And the water, similarly, is only seen to some. Others can see. Those who are just in the ordinary library part, they can see the other people who walk down the steps, but they don't see the steps. It's like they just see them performing magic. They see them. It's giving me the image of, you know, when people like, say at like a window, or like when there's an object in front of you, like behind a sofa or something, and you do the, like, you walk down, you pretend to go down the stairs or down an elevator, or down escalators, Yes, full stop. when there isn't one. Yeah, that's what people see. It's like you're going down the stairs and they see you vanishing through the floor, but they don't understand how. But there's no like commotion around it. It's just like an, oh, I don't understand it, but then they just keep walking by anyway. Like they have their own things to do in the library. Okay, are we gonna see more what's down? Yeah, it's not a restricted place. But it does feel very dark. Not in like a malevolent way, just in a maybe in a bit of a malevolent way, but it doesn't feel discomforting. Yeah, it doesn't feel discomforting at all. And when you're aware of the water, you're not only seeing it, but you're experiencing it too. You're feeling it on your body. Like there's so much water. It's very pure, but there's so much within it. It's like it's clean, and yet like a single droplet contains more than the mind can comprehend. Or more than my mind can comprehend. I won't speak for you. Those words, I won't speak for you, that's full stop. That's it's making me think of what's like physics. Is that physics? Yes, pretty sure. Like a measure of electricity, question mark? It's just making me think of a light bulb. And creation. And suddenly I feel like I need to breathe really deeply, and like my eyes are widening. This feels like going through a portal now. I'm seeing you. It's like a very ripply portal. How do I describe that feeling? It's like, you know how sometimes you can imagine going through a portal, but it's kind of just like walking through thin air. Like there's no feeling to the actual portal, or it's very light. Well, this one's very different. This is like you really feel the tension. That's what it is. You feel the tension, and the portal itself is very much alive. It's a being. You know, you say hi to it. You can have a conversation with it, with them. And I view everything as alive, but this feels so much more on the same wavelength that you are, that you can feel and you can resonate with a fluid communication with it. There's a deep understanding between you and the portal. There's like a remembrance that you're both experiencing something that you have chosen to experience, that you're both in collaboration. You're both that you have both chosen to help one another. It's like the portal feels blessed to have you go through it, and you feel grateful for the portal for allowing you to move through it, allowing you to do what portals help you do, which is go from one place to another, or one not place, one experience to another, one reality, one perspective to another. Okay, let's get another card. But which card? Which room? This one. I don't have all my decks beside me like usual, so I have to lean backwards. Yeah, this is like contortion here. In that it's not as simple as it often is. It's like you've experienced many portals that are like that smooth portal through, but this one is so there's so much to this one. There's so much to this one. You can really feel it. And this one feels like yes and no. This one feels for you like you are very aware of the portal this time, as opposed to many of your past experiences. There's either that there was less awareness, that you were stepping through a portal in the past, or the awareness was fleeting because the experience of walking through it was more fleeting. That's not even always the case. I'm seeing other cases where the portal was extended out. Maybe it took a lot of energy to go through it, but somehow it wasn't as condensed, or like there were very different conditions upon it. I'm seeing it more as an expanded portal as opposed to this one, which feels very very much your size. It feels like it fits for you. I feel like mentioning here that this is a dragon and animal deck. I'll show it. Archangel, animals, and dragon. Why did I want to show it? I guess the box feels a bit like a portal too. And these cards have now gone from the experience of being in an enclosed area to now stepping out of that portal that is the box, and the box opening one side of the box. Or the energy present in the opening of the container. Stepping through that now into the openness. Into the box that is my hands. You might feel like you're checking like all the rims, or you're trying to check off everything. I find myself wanting to check if the video is on a lot with you, or at least that energy is like present throughout this, like a sense that, wait, is this even recording? So if you feel like you're not sure if you're making progress towards that new life, that new beginning, you can be rest assured that the progress is on, that it's switched on. You're doing what? Let's see. Let's get a card for more of like the present experience, or the whole experience. Ladybird makes me think, and good fortune, accept happiness and good fortune makes me think of the Wheel of Fortune in tarot, and Jupiter energy. But also like vertex in astrology. It's definitely a sense of everything lining up in perfect order to create a seeming miracle. I feel like there's a certain phrase or a certain line of words that I can use here to describe divine, I don't want to say timing, I don't want to say intervention or movement. It's also making me think of the Chariot card. It's interesting, I'm seeing a lot of tarot cards in this reading in my mind's eye, but not actually being drawn to draw them, not being drawn to bring them out. It makes me think that you're experiencing a lot in the subtle realm, in the unseen. Okay, I think that's it. It's like the confusion or the unsureness whether you're really making progress will come when you're looking for that progress physically as opposed to non-physically. Because even with the physical card, which is the Knight of Pentacles in your reading, I was seeing it non-physically. I was seeing you embody that pentacle, like pushing it through your body, but not like physically. It was like an energy. I don't want to call it an energy. It's like, yes, my mind wants to say, yes, it was very much physical, but it's not physical. It's just the idea of, well, what is physical? That's what I'm trying to get at. It's like, it was just as real as something that we perceive as being non-movable throughness. Non-movable through. It's a different perspective. Okay, I don't feel like that's the important part. The important part is me saying that if you're feeling unsure, that's a call to look towards where the sureness is. Okay, what is the collective here experiencing? Green growled. Growling? There might be many civilizations is the word I heard. There may be several civilizations or deities or creatures, like essences, forms that are connecting with you, that you're working with. If any synchronicities pop up for you and you have like a slight wonder if it's an energy that's helping you, that's in collaboration with you during this time, it's a definite yes. There might be like, it's like it feels small to me, like you perceive it as like ordinary somehow, or you don't feel quite like it's safe to really sink into the depth of how true it is. So green gold dragon from Sirius brings universal knowledge to your spiritual pathway. Learn about spiritual technology. Be a transmitter of sacred knowledge. Yeah, that feels so much like that Watts energy and the library. Spiritual technology. Can't find words for that. Spiritual technology, because it fits so well with that essence I was trying to get at of like physical, but it's like I don't just want to say it's real within the unseen. It feels like a new twist on something similar to that. Knowledge of the unseen. I feel like you're really allowing yourself to accept a greater version of yourself, of life, of what is real. You're opening to more areas in which you can receive from consciously. But that consciousness, it doesn't have to be in the same area of your mind, of your brain, of your receptivity, of your perception, awareness, of learning in other ways. Like, for example, if you read a book in the physical, I don't want to call it the physical. I don't know how to use words here. One form of reading a book that you are used to is going to be experienced differently if you're experiencing a new form of reading, how to read this book, or how to read another form of book. Like the unseen book, like quote unquote unseen. The way in which that gets perceived by you is going to be different if the essence of it is different. Okay. Ladybird and green gold dragon from Sirius. It's so much of a formation energy. Like, it's giving sacred geometry vibes. So let's get some sacred geometry vibes. if any cards do want to come from this, I feel like my perspective of them will be very different. Because I'm not in the energy within your collective of feeling like these cards. Because these cards to me generally feel more full, and the essence of this is like the borders. It's a bit like that portal energy of like it's not the what, it's the how. It's like learning instead of what you learn. It's more about a border. It's like, imagine a cube. I'm not seeing the cube being filled in. I'm seeing every line is what I see. I see it's like the idea of a cube, or the structure of a cube. It's like the mathematics of a cube. Rather like the equation. It's like I'm seeing the equation, which then in my mind creates the vision of what that equation equals to in a more visual way, as opposed to like the fullness of it. It's giving like blueprint energy. Yeah, blueprint. Oh, that made me think of my Beyond the Mirror deck. I don't have that anymore. It's like it's in my home. It's in this house, but it's no longer mine. It's outside of my circle of what I choose to use and experience. Because I don't even feel drawn to telling you, like, hey, you may feel like getting messages from that deck. And I don't feel called to going and getting it and using it here. Because that would be overstepping my boundary. So that's the message. It's like, to do with that going back, you may feel like you're getting messages that correlate to who you once were or experiences that you once experienced. And even if it might seem on the surface like it's calling you to go backwards, the truth is that it's an undercurrent energy of how you got to where you are. There's that blueprint energy. It's like, yes, the entirety of what you experienced in the past is present within the present. And thus actually I don't want to say and thus the future, because it feels like in order for you to step through the portal, you're doing like a 360 of I don't want to use 360. It's to this realm. But I'm gonna say it. You're doing a 360 of it so fits the energy, but I can't get words for that. Maybe I will. It's doing a whole 360 of every single thing that was the whole experience before this portal. It's like you're getting to integrate everything that is here. Really, like before you fall asleep, I've heard like a part of your brain replays everything that you experienced during the day. It's like that. You're replaying subconsciously, which could come up for you in segments consciously too. You're replaying everything that you experienced within this past section of life. And what was the other part? And that goes with that city at the start. The image of like you haven't quite got all the buildings there, because that's what this is. It's like going to all the old no, but that's the new city. But yeah, in order to go to the new city, you're first experiencing all the old city. And so things that could prop up for you that feel like they're pointing to the past, it's like, yes, they're pointing to the past, but just for awareness, not for actively like moving towards. So essentially, like, allow what comes up to come up and to flow. And it doesn't mean that you're going backwards. It kind of does. It means that you're looking backwards. you're feeling backwards, but that was a part of the going forwards. Yeah, and what I was getting then was like, actually that deck, that Beyond the Mirror deck, or whatever your experience of that past thing was. Oh, my throat is suddenly getting really itchy with that. It's no longer available in the next portal. Because it's not that anymore, it's transformed. And it doesn't necessarily need to mean that it itself has transformed, depending on how you view magic and experience and stuff, and what is real. But I'm gonna say, for the sake of saying, for the sake of getting across my point, that it and of itself doesn't necessarily transform, but your perspective and your relationship with it does transform. So it's no longer available to you, for you, because you don't resonate with it. Or with them, with maybe everything from the past. Okay, that was very cool. What time is it? Oh, my food is ready. That's kind of perfect timing. I felt like I finished that part, and then I heard downstairs go silent, which I can like kind of hear my oven, which just turned off, I think. So my food is ready. Yeah, divine feminine came through, and belief, which feels very much to me like allowing this process to be, and yeah, just allowance, because you believe the future, because you know what you see going forwards. So it's allowing yourself to temporarily, like integration, yeah, allowing yourself to temporarily experience all of the past, to really integrate all that you have created and learned. I actually heard learned and created. Yeah, it's like, instead of walking the path forwards that you've just walked, it's now your perspective on it is now walking it all backwards. So there's something you get extra through the reiteration of it, but it's not necessarily here to stay. And the knowing, the belief, the trust that it isn't here to stay is what allows you to re-experience an expression of it, or remember it, have it within your energy field, for it then to be transformed. Shall we have a card? Two cards want to come out. Oh, I love that. Crown chakra and root chakra. Yeah, this just feels like going from experiencing temporarily that everything in order to then ground the something, because the something feels like the future, what you see when you question when will my life begin, the vision you see of the future, and then that becoming the good time. That grounds after the portal. And this is really bringing up the color red too. The passion, yeah. I feel like I so like diminished the energy of it when I said that, yes, it's passion. Because it feels like so much more than that single word. Yeah. Okay, Pile Collective, that is your reading. Feel free to skip to the piles or wait around for me to eat my food. And we may get tiny messages while I'm eating, or maybe I'll just eat, we'll see, and drink the rest of my tea. Guess I'll keep that out. You can go like that, like that. Yeah, this is exactly it. It's like it's a perfect embodiment of like a portal, except there's just a tiny bit poking out to the past. It's like experiencing that part is the last thing that will then create the portal. Ah, that's a cool image. Some of you might want to re-listen to that part or pause the video and let that sink in. See you soon. Hello. Look, it looks like a flower. And then I noticed I also chose a flower plate, but before the reading. Should I get... Immediately I'm like, should I get some cards? I was just thinking so you can have a visual if there's anyone here listening, and if anyone is like staring at the blank screen. I guess a different visual, because everything's a visual. I feel like someone wants bird cards. You know what I'll do? Ta-da! I always forget how good roasted veg is. That came out when I had said, but then released, saying, I don't remember what it was. So I guess that's the important part of it. Said and released. Okay, it's not. It's like I remember, but it did not want to come out of my mouth. Starling Guillemot. How do you say that? Guillemot. Like it makes me think that the L's are silent, or like L's are said weirdly. Hey, it's little Grebe. Grebe. A little bit greedy. Yeah, be greedy. I want to note that it's going from 3, I wanted to call them chicks, 3 chicks, 3 birds, to 1 bird, to 1.5 birds. one mirrored bird. Hawk. Tiger. When I said tiger, I got the image of what's it called though? It's an anime with a character called Tiger. Toradora. Hey, that's cool. Toradora means it's like a combo of no, it's not Tora. Oh yeah, I think tiger and dragon. The characters are Ryu and Tiger, which is tiger, and Ryu is dragon in Japanese. And this is dragonfly. So, and I heard like star-crossed lovers, and those two are lovers, so there could be something about lovers. Hey, look, it's tangled. We have to keep her out. Keep her out in the cold. To a dismal fate. This is so weird. Just like not reading the cards and eating during a pick a card reading. It's wonderful. It's sharing life. It's like a mukbang. I haven't watched one of those for like 10 years. Maybe I'll watch one today now that I've mentioned it. My inclination is to use my fingers to eat, but I don't want to because then my hands will probably be like oily and sticky for shuffling the cards in a bit. And I don't know, it's like in my mind washing them doesn't do anything. Imagine a fairy with onion skin as a dress. That's what my plate looks like right now. Food is finished. Now I drink the rest of that tea. Most of the tea. Do you ever leave like a tiny bit of, like if the tea has gone like kind of cold, do you ever leave like a tiny bit at the bottom so then you can refill it with the same tea bag? I'm thinking herbal tea, by the way. And then the second one will still like be plenty strong. What is that? Because that felt like a message. Well, we've got transforming the past. This is like it's kind of funny that I put Rapunzel tangled at the start, like was, ooh, burp, at the start on the paper. And then Dragonfly speaks to magic, which is death, transformation, letting go, which is the funeral. And then the fire is the good time, it's the wah, yeah, happy. And then Messenger is talking about all of that. Or freedom. I think it's kind of more like giving me eagle vibes. No, but we've got unicorn, infinite possibilities behind that. It's expansion. It's giving the vibe of like, it's like a particular kind of freedom. It's like it doesn't necessarily feel like a classic sort of freedom. It's like it feels freeing. It feels free in your bones, but the feeling is so nurturing, or not quite nurturing, so nostalgic almost, that it doesn't really feel like the wind and cold and fresh. It feels more warm, and it feels more like a hug than the typical essence of like the word freeing might bring into one's mind. Yeah, and this is talking about focus. So it's like, because there's so much that you're doing, or so much that you're concentrating on, so much like inspiration perhaps to be doing something in particular in the future, it's like you're not completely open. It's like you can go in any direction, but you're actually going in those directions. So there's a specificity. There's a specificness to the future. Cool. Oh, that was a bit loud. Only because of the camera. Hey, look, play. Hey, oh, community play. No, patience. Okay. Bee, heron, and dolphin. I was being so drawn to the water in that, and then now I'm remembering the earlier part of that water going down to the library. It also made me think of empathy, like water, like emotion. I heard the drought is filled. Cool. That call was so like personality filled. Like I can imagine a character in a TV show having that kind of cool sound. That expression of the word. What is that? The word that's like personality filled. It's not sass. Can't think of it. Okay. Maybe I will get some more of the cards. Nah, no I won't. Like at arm's reach for the next piles. Is it still recording? It is. Would you look at that? There's a reason why I can't pile one yet. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tickety tock, tickety tock, tickety tock. I'm hearing. Oh, hairspray. I can hear the bells. I can hear the bells. And now I'm seeing a road, a pathway. And I'm seeing it as like a part of like a zombie movie. And I don't watch zombie movies, or haven't. I won't say that I don't. I just will say that I haven't. Actually, I don't know if I have. I probably haven't. I don't know. Why can't I go yet? Are there more cards? Let's use this deck. Maybe we're just waiting for my body to need to go wee after drinking the tea and water, so that the future piles won't get interrupted. I love that message. It's like there could be a sense of thinking that there's a very, I don't know, profound reason for something, a reason for a prolongedness of like a sense of waiting, but actually the reason is something really mundane, and like, yeah, we just needed to wait for you to be able to pee first so that the next part would be more comfortable, or I don't know, it feels like a sense of being on the same page, or really falling into the knowing that you're being cared for, that you matter, that there are others who are really supporting you. Hey, vulture. That came up in yesterday's reading. Transformation. Ooh, I like the vibe it's giving. Po. Words that start with po or have po in them. Potent, potential, police, pocket. Just as I said in my head, oh, there are lots of words beginning with po, then I went blank. I really want to say, oh, whoa! I was gonna say I really want to say prophetic, but it's got an R in it. The R is in the way. God damn that R. God, you must damn him, the R. Hey, look, it's a raven. Okay, so there is something about you feeling like, I feel like this is about death, about the letting go, about what is transforming, like wanting to curse it. What I'm seeing is that you may be feeling like you may be feeling some sort of like wishing ill on others or on a part of your past, or wishing that it was over, wishing it's like a regret or it's a hurt. I feel it's like a sense of something not being fully experienced the way you wanted to. It's like say it is an ending or a death. It's the way it happened is what it's like it didn't give you full the kind of closure that you feel you need. It's like the way it happened wasn't the way that you wanted it to happen, so that's why it feels like closure is difficult for you. Chicken. It could be to do with a lack of courage on other people's parts, a flightiness, a disorderliness, and a running away. Like I kind of sense that you may be going round in circles. But you're not going round in circles, you're going round in a spiral. There's something that hasn't quite clicked, and it's an understanding that will really free you. And I feel like it'll come through. I kind of feel like it's something that will happen so naturally I don't need to give any guidance for. But I will get some tarot. The image I keep seeing is you like shouting or like saying harsh things, getting like feeling and expressing, whether that be on paper or out loud or however, expressing your hurt, your anger. Or it's like a harsh sort of emotion that's coming from a hurt emotion. And I feel like the key is getting to the place where you feel the like more grief or the pain, as opposed to it's just the way in order to get to that more like heart feeling is to like move through the current emotions that are coming up. Like you might be trying to avoid getting angry because you know that that's not the way forwards, but it's like that's the way backwards into your heart, and then the heart can move forwards. Because if your heart is the key to if your heart is if you have your heart in the next phase, that after the portal, then in order for that to be felt, tapped into, had awareness surrounding, then there's a call to have awareness surrounding it now. But it just may feel like the emotions that come up through tapping into it aren't conducive of the future, or that you've already felt them. But if they're still there, then there's something that hasn't been felt. So again, I'm going to say it may feel like you're going around in circles, but you're going around in a spiral. You'll get it, it'll click. I feel like I'm not gonna... There may be details that you'll get in other readings about this that'll help you really tap into your anger. And then, again, what comes after that. I want to say they may be readings that you wouldn't usually click on. They may like feel more petty, or Page of Wands. I'm not gonna take that. I'm not gonna take it. It was the card that came up before, and this is really interesting. I didn't want to take it because it came up before, and I was like, I must have just shuffled wrong. It's like I felt like I did it wrong for it to be going back up again. It's literally what I was saying that you were experiencing. That of, it can't be the same thing again. It can't be this again. Maybe this is something that happened like 20 years ago for you. And you're like, how have I not processed this? It's okay. No matter how, if it was 20 lifetimes ago, there's something that's within you that has been difficult to fully embrace. Allow yourself to be where you're at. Allow the past to come back up. It's like the slug is saying, like, I know it's been slow, and the gnat is like, I know there's something that's like been bugging you, that's just been like flying around and it doesn't seem to go away, and it's like at some point you feel like you just have to like accept that it's just gonna be there forever. But and so you kind of turn a blind eye to it, but you're being called back to it. And it could also be that you've been guided in different directions. You were maybe guided to let go of it more before, and that was a part of that journey of processing too, but in a different area, bringing more lightness in perhaps. And now it's time to go back into the trenches. So we have Queen of Pentacles, Two of Wands. Okay, this could be someone you're stuck on. If you were watching how the cards were maneuvering then. Can I move these cards up? Oh, there's loads of room. There's so much room. I thought I had less room. This Two of Wands makes me think of like holding back, not like it's one step in the other half and one step in the way, thinking about where you would go next. You feel tied to the past and the future, yeah. Because see, there's like a red ribbon around the future wand, and the man is wearing the like a red large ribbon around his or her its head, which it's like you want to have that red ribbon around the other wand so that you can stand with this future wand, but it's currently around the head. It's like around this person. It's around, oh look, and she's a redhead. Someone who you could have seen as very nurturing. This could be a mother or someone that had motherly energy, nurturing, very grounded, very practical, very giving, very, I want to say, loyal. I heard loyal to the earth, and I'm also really being drawn to the moon. I want to be very poetic. They might have been very poetic, or others see them as poetic, or as a muse of sorts, or they like having muses of sorts. Like, I really want to make my words elegant, so they could have had very elegant speaking too. They may have been a bit stuck in their ways also. Like, they grounded themselves and they didn't move from that. This could have been to do with their giving. Like, I'm seeing the green isn't only coming from her heart, like, and she's gifting that. it's all wrapped around her, and it's kind of becoming the tree that she roots herself into. And I'm kind of seeing the tree closing around her, and soon it will be completely a tree and no longer her. And I feel like there's a Welsh myth around that. I feel like I visited a place in school on a school trip, and the tree was hollow, and they said that like lightning struck the tree, and something to do with having a person within them. Blodeuwedd? No. If you're curious, you could look up Welsh myths surrounding a tree. Maybe in the Mabinogion? I don't know. But there's something surrounding that where it's like, in order to free her, it feels tragic. It's like in order to free her, the lightning had to strike. But in that, that was what killed her. That was her downfall. So it's like she was freed finally, but also she didn't get what she had finally wanted. And I'm seeing butterflies now, but they're not, they're like half butterflies, wounded butterflies. And I'm seeing hearts also. Yeah, there's a lot of emotion here. And I'm putting the Nine of Cups also wanted to come here. But I then, it's like I needed to put that to the side in order to focus on this. So there's something surrounding like the dream, either their dream or your dream, like putting that aside in order to focus on this. That could be just what I was talking about before. Like instead of looking to the future for now, you're maybe in that funeral middle song phase of processing this loss of some kind. I want to say you don't need to be in it forever, and it's not something that can't be processed. But that doesn't mean that it's easy to process. It can be easy if you want it to be easy, but it's okay for it to come up and to be moved through in the way that feels most natural for you. Feels most like honoring, most fulfilling for you, the way that you want to experience this. Yeah, there may have been a sort of numbing. I'm hearing loads of seagulls now. Which makes me think of like coming out of that numbing. It's like, I really feel like you had, in a sense, felt like you had to just move on with life with this pain. And so you kind of numbed out that pain maybe. But now this portal, it's like you don't have to move through the portal, but in order to move through this portal to that place that you've been wanting to get to, where the seagulls chirp. Do seagulls chirp? It feels like only small birds are allowed to chirp. Maybe that is a metaphor for what you've been experiencing too, like I don't feel like analyzing that too much, but that might be important for you. I'm seeing so many of the eyes of the fish. And the bow, it's like he's doing a... It's making me think of namaste. Like, it's a gratitude. And perhaps that gratitude was... Perhaps you were fixed in... no. Let's get another card. There's like something surrounding the gratitude. But I feel your heart opening. I feel your heart. I feel like you can see, you understand now. There's a sense of understanding. Understanding the portion of letting go of this and how that is the completion process. Isn't that so synchronistic? Like, the end of the reading is the World, which is the final card in the Major Arcana, which talks about the end, the everything part. It's the completion. It's the part where you have everything. And that's what we were talking about at the start of, or earlier, of really experiencing everything from your past. Like exploring the entire city. That's the World card. And a part of that exploration was what you've lost in the past. Whoa, yeah, it was the moon. It was emotion. I want to say it could have been so much, but for you it was emotion. I don't know, I felt like some of you felt like, well, obviously it was emotion, but there's a sense of it being specific to emotion, like not mental energy, not like concepts or ideas. Like some people need to learn new things. Some people need to understand things more logically that they were closed off to, but that doesn't even feel close to what what this was for you. It was just about allowing yourself to truly process something, process the letting go. I want to say it's okay, no matter how long this took, because some of you may be feeling like you tried to process it before, but it just didn't happen, and maybe that's okay. And maybe there is an understanding of why, and maybe you don't need to know that understanding. You feel at peace right now. You feel like it really is bringing up a lot of emotion, but this time you're really feeling it. You're allowing yourself to feel it. And if it stops and starts, or if it is just one huge wave, that's okay too. There's no need to push or pull. It's an allowance that you're experiencing. It's like a beautiful compassion you're having with yourself during this. I want to say, like, and so it is. I'm seeing the color like aquamarine, but it's like a light blue, but like tiny bit of green. It doesn't feel electric, but it feels vibrant. But not too vibrant. Very cleansing, very refreshing. Not quite refreshing, not that word. Maybe refreshing, but that's coming on like a tiny bit too strong. Something about giving up. giving up was what was needed, or maybe there's a forgiveness that you're being called into surrounding giving up. Okay, I thought we were done, but I feel like there's more. Maybe we can fully get into this, because I was kind of feeling like you might go into other readings to process this, but now I'm kind of seeing that we can do some processing here together. So let me put the chicken up here. What cards do we want? I feel like literal cards. There's something a grounding, something about a very grounding energy. I guess we'll do these. They have lots of words on them too. Let's maneuver around. Maybe more tarot though? Perseverance. Yeah, I want to say it's like there's this a sense, this is not necessarily about the situation itself, but more about continue to process this. Some of you may feel like you go back into a clenching, into a like numbness again, and there's also a strong message of like you've been through so much, you have been very perseverant, or it took a lot. It's like it really took a lot. I feel like you've experienced so much pain, and I feel like this is really acknowledging all that pain that you experienced. The pain of yourself, and the pain of yourself that came through witnessing so many others in pain too. I heard, and not being able to help in the way that you wanted to. I want to say, like, I know, and hold your head. She's kind of holding the entirety of her experience. You may feel like you want to do that too, like you want to hold, and you can do that now. Like you could imagine holding everything that you wanted to hold in the past, and maybe that you weren't able to. There's a sense of like that which you didn't want to slip away. Imagine an embrace with it that remains as a pocket of embrace within you forever. And I kind of feel like that feeling of knowing that you can, it's like that feeling of infinity with that essence made me feel like then it's okay. That's what allows you to feel okay to let go. Like, oh yeah, it was okay. Or if you don't feel like that yet, maybe you never feel like you want to let that go. And I feel like that's it. It's like there's no push to let it go. I feel like that's what lets you let it go. The truly holding it, because that is to say truly truly recognizing it, that energy, as you. And the letting go isn't actually the letting go of it, it's the letting go of the gripping for or at or with it. Because you don't need to grip something when you really feel its embodiment as yourself. You don't need to try and grasp for divinity when you feel the divinity is never ever going away. It's everything, it's you. I want to see if there's any more tarot. I feel like it wants to go over here. 10 of Swords. Yeah, it's the expression of like the darkest, the lowest you can get to. This isn't this isn't cups is what I'm being drawn to with this part. It's swords. It's 10 of Swords. It's like in your mind, the awareness in your mind, or the awareness of the pain, or the awareness. There's something about like acknowledging how it hurt your perspective or your mind in some way, as opposed to just purely your emotional body. It kind of feels like it's saying it hit everybody. It hit every part of you. And it's making me think of something that you couldn't run away from. This also could call you to really remember your body and also have compassion for what your body has been through. Again, on all levels. And nothing is too silly to take seriously, or nothing is an over exaggeration. Your experience, how you experience life, is unique to you, and it's okay to fully allow yourself to acknowledge how difficult it was, or it's like not needing to compromise and allowing yourself to fully acknowledge how it hit you. It's like, it doesn't matter if this happened to like a million others, or every other existence in all of existence, and if they like felt a very different reaction, or the same or similar reaction but in so much smaller of doses, that doesn't matter. What matters is how you experience this. What is the experience for you? How it impacted you. Let it be painful if it was painful. There's kind of a sense of like, allow yourself to feel like a victim, because that is the essence of processing what you felt like you were receiving through this. And when I say this, there could be so much that is involved in this one thing, or in all of the things that come up for you. Tapping into one might ripple out into other things that you may have even forgotten about. There could also be something that you could try to do that you know will get you to cry, or cry more. I got the sense of like when I started to do something, I just wanted a ball. Yes, I was like kind of feeling this top card, and yes, Ace of Cups just makes me think of crying, like a release of all the liquids. It is kind of because it is like a 0 kind of cups. It's like there's no restriction around it, there's no inhibitions. It's just it just is emotion flowing. It's kind of like there is no cup, there's no border, no dam. Yeah, it's the essence of then being no dam, and that coming when I said like it was as I was shuffling, it's like doing something. It gave me the image of like kicking the dam, like a beaver's dam. Sorry, beavers. Maybe if you say something now, or like maybe if you even just like move a body part, or if you try and now look towards the future. Yeah, you might have that a bit, like look towards the future, and that might allow you to feel that tether back. And now that you feel more open to it, you're able to follow that tether back, and you feel now more in the state of accepting this emotion, like feeling as though it's fine to follow it down. So moving forwards might show you that that emotion to a higher degree. And maybe if you keep doing that little dance, then one time you'll be expecting to be brought back down, but then you don't, and that's the jump through the portal. Or maybe there was no portal all along. What is that message? There was no portal all along. It was here the whole time. It just looks like the way these have come out. Solitude. No, this is the Hermit card here is really speaking to the illumination of your inner world. The wisdom of the past. The wisdom of the darkness of all this that you have been processing. I kind of want to use a different word than processing, but I'm going to leave it like that. It's like then tides change. The Lovers feels like I mean, for some of you, simply it could mean an opening to companions that are of the essence of love. It's making me thinking. It makes me thinking. It makes me want to say a brand new day with a brand new. There's so many words to insert there, so I'll let you insert your own. But it's like that's the heart. And the Three of Cups felt like a party. Perhaps the Lovers is like, it's going from the Hermit solitude to the Lover's partner, then to the Three of Cups friends. It's like 1, 2, and 3. It makes me think every area of life. But also simply celebration and flowing through the joys of uniting with not only others who bring up so much emotion of joy and pleasure within you, but more so the allowance of that joy and pleasure to be available to you. It's like the freedom of that heart, the freedom of your emotion. I heard now you get to live, and that's making me think of when will my life begin, but the opposite of that. Good time. Yeah, I'm gonna leave you on feel into the future now. And for those of you who that then ends up bringing you, it's like really feel into the future though, not just like a little, but really feel into it. Or a little if that feels more to your speed. And be okay if that then leads you back to the funeral again. But it may not. It's like you don't need to do it with the expectation that it's going to lead you back. It may well be that now you can step through that portal. Now the good time really is here. It's kind of doing that anyway, like stepping forwards with the intention that it is time now. And just the allowance of if it's then not, that being okay, and it's not going backwards, it's still moving forwards. Okay, cool. That was a really long reading. Yeah, Ace of Swords at the back, I love that. A fresh new perspective, which is what any sort of portal really is. It's like I said before, it's like how do you define a portal? Stepping into a new space, or I think I gave the example of a new perspective. That's what anything new is to me, of any form or any density, just perspective. Cool. I'm gonna get into the other readings now. How long are we on? When I thought I had finished, it was on 1 hour and 2 minutes, I think. Ooh, so we went for another like 41 minutes. Nice. Or not nice, depending on your perspective. Ha. Let's give him a little shuffle. It's the Justice card. That's one of the cards I saw when I was being drawn to using the deck again. I wonder if Justice is a good deck. Is it good? There may be a Justice deck if or something to do with justice. A theme of that for a deck if you want to get one. Yeah, I'm literally not getting other messages from this. There may be more, but I think there was one more, the primary thing I was trying to say, which was that I saw the Justice card in my mind to get me to pick up the tarot again for one of the using tarot portions. Cool. At the back of the deck is death. I'm way too curious how the piles are gonna go now. I wonder if any of you are going to the piles. It just feels like it feels like I'd be going backwards to say that you are from here and there. Just because of the titles of the songs are all. So maybe none of you are. Or maybe you come from the piles. Or maybe they're about, I don't know. Maybe it's just a further process. We'll see. We will see, or we will not see. We will go blind. Blind to my vision, blind to your vision, blind to vision itself. No more vision for me. I would like to light some incense and candle. I'm gonna pop one of these in my mouth. Ah! I lied. It isn't going in my mouth. Do you prefer the candles that light really easily, or the ones that are more like hefty and require more like dedication, so that when you light it, it's like, oh, that was worth it. Like that's when you know it's a good candle. I'm sensing maybe that's to do with pile 1. Do we have him in here? La di da di da. Da dun da dun da da. I just imagined ringing a singing bowl. I don't have a singing bowl. I used to have many. And I killed them with a knife, and then with a sword, and then with a sledgehammer. I like lying. Which part was I lying at though? Only the knife and sword, not the sledgehammer part. I don't want him up there. Hide away! Okay, welcome in, pile 1. There's something about hiding, and I've got music, songs for each pile, and yours is Boomerang by Plain White Tees. So that hiding kind of fits because it seems like perhaps you're in a situation with either you are hiding or someone is hiding from you. Or maybe something is hiding from you. I just got a really cool, more magical, more mythological, creative image of like a creature hiding, but it was more of like a creature that represents a part of yourself. So no matter your situation, there's a call to remember that this is a reflection of something that's going on within you. A simple message is to bring this back to a childhood wound of what this is triggering within you and who first triggered that within you. Where was this created? You could go down your ancestral line, and some of that like boomerang image could be like going back to the start. And this card that you chose feels like a seed, and it feels like the birthing or the beginning. It's giving me a bit of chaos, like everythingness, the state of being that is. I heard influx. I don't really know if that's true or what that means. There's an essence of seeing the patternings behind something, but in a playful way. If this is a heavy subject for you, there's a message of questioning whether that's actually your perspective. Is it actually heavy for you, or is that just something that you've learned that it needs to be? I'm feeling like a call in both directions. I'm kind of seeing these like phones, and I was first seeing these as kind of like speakers, and I was seeing noise coming out of both, and like there's a joy in connection here. It's really interesting because the boomerang message made me think that it was going to be a heavy subject. Maybe that message of is it actually heavy, or is that just a perspective that's been put onto you? Maybe that was more for me. Like, was I just expecting this to be heavy because the boomerang song kind of felt like that, I think? But the jet that you chose also is like a helping to process something dark or difficult. Anyway, what I'm seeing is a combination of clear communication and mutual exchange. Okay, let's get some cards. You may be feeling really called to something unordinary or different. Oh, I got told before that I was going to want to use this deck because I already did and I asked, and I was told like, yeah, you'll want to use it, but you won't use it, or you won't feel like it's not don't, essentially. in like a slightly different way to the way that's coming across. I'm seeing this now as at the top, like at the center of an avocado or of a fruit or a beginning that you didn't see coming, or you don't you've never experienced it before. It's like I had to compare it to an avocado because I was seeing a fruit that I've not experienced before, and it's kind of making me think of tofu. Do you know inari tofu? It's like it's basically making me think of really thin tofu. And it's like wrapped around itself, and it's delicious. Sea levels feel important here. This could be distance, communication overseas. That message of me really wanting, because I still do, I really, really want to open that deck. And I'm seeing like a specific card in it that I want. So much excitement. Ah, this is so much lighter than I expected. I thought it was gonna get heavy, but I keep wanting to say so much communication or so much like mirroring energy. It's like this is the beginning, and it's both are here in like a whole world together. I feel like you're stepping into an entire realm with another who can experience this realm too. It's like you may have been flying in this realm before, and they may have been flying in their realm before, but now you're combining the realms, and now it's one big realm, and you can't believe that you get to be in the realm that you love so much with another. Like they love this realm too. Yeah, it's like, oh my god, someone else loves this realm just as much as I love this realm? What? I'm smiling so much during your reading. Okay, and it's only just begun. Yeah, there's so much about like what's that word? There's a like participation. That's making me think of I can't think of the word. Precipitation? I don't know, it's like a weather terminology for rain. There's a joy, it's like water splashing, and that could be in several ways. Take that how you're imagining it. There's so much joy. I don't want to say that quite. Okay, more cards. I want more cards. Or drawing. Let's do a drawing together. Because I feel like I have so much energy here. It's like it needs to be channeled somewhere. Yeah, my energy is being really expanded. It's making me think of something I thought of something I thought of earlier today, which was like, how does not every single song have a key change in it? Like, key changes just makes a song just a million times better. Like, a million, that's a lot times better. And it made me think, like, key changes are the energy of expansion, of like really like stretching something out. It's like it makes something like, it's like stretching it in order for it to really be felt, really be experienced. So stretching, key changes really are the best. I want to keep saying that. What is that? Yeah, it's a sense of like, you can't get over this. There's something it just feels like a connection, and it brightens. It's like I don't want to say it brightens your life, because it's like you're already in that life of brightness. It's like someone also has a light of brightness. A light of brightness. Okay. Not life of brightness, a light of brightness. Yeah, maybe you would resonate with it being like you both had a light of brightness within yourselves, and you've come together to create a world of brightness. La 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 la. I was expecting something else to come through, because I had heard other words before I said those, or as I was saying them I was hearing another language or another like being. It was like a specific being, but that's not what came through. But it wasn't bad or that it changed. There's like something slightly about like you're expecting one thing, and it's like, yes, you kind of, it's not that you don't get that or that you do get that. It's like you get something else, but maybe you see a different part of someone, or you experience life in a new way, and it's not that what you're expecting you don't get, but maybe it's like you don't get that initially. Or like, you know, that part is within them or within life, but you just don't experience that. It's like, you know the truth, but you don't really need to confirm the truth. It feels quite flirtatious, like like the energy of two people who know that they both like each other, but it's not been said, but that's like something that they're enjoying, like playing around. I feel like I haven't been in this energy for so long. Very fun. I feel like there's a sense of like created sun. This makes me think of like an intelligent sun, or a like it's giving technological sun. Like it's self-created, or it's like the sun is understood to a degree that it really is no longer a sun. And sun that could I feel like that could be so many things. It made me think of fifth house, so you can look up stuff with that, or maybe you already know stuff with that in astrology if you're curious. But that feels like just the tip of the iceberg. The sun is your life and your life force. There's an ability to just simply be with one another with this. This whole experience is reiterating to you who you are. And there's a reiteration here that it was always like circumstances that were difficult. It was never you. Like, you were always okay, or you could always get what you wanted. For example, like your idea of a connection with someone was always possible, and It was never that you needed to change what you wanted. It's really making me think of two people who thought that two people with very like specific ideals, because I said that image of like you both had your own worlds, and when you find each other it's like, or it was like, wow, I can't believe someone else with such a similar with such a like meshable with mine world exists. But no, I don't even want to say the meshable with mine. Like, that's yes, but it's more about how similar it is, I think. There's a difference. I'm seeing the main difference of both sides of this card being well, loads down here, but up here it's like the same. They look like dragons to me. Like, it's the same dragon on either side, but there's a different perspective of that same dragon. Like, one's perspective is from above and one is from the side. And you talk about this. It's because you're both in the same world, but you're experiencing it slightly differently, so you still get to... It's like you get to experience your world. Yeah, that's what I was saying a bit before. You get to experience your world from their perspective, because you're both in the same world, but with a new perspective. And because you love your world, getting to explore the entirety of it again is like bliss. It's a key change. It's the same song, but in an like a heightened or a lowered vibration, in a new pitch, a new experience, a new feeling. Yeah, that's what I want to say. It's like revitalizing all the wonder, and I don't want to say joy. Why don't I want to say joy? I feel like joy isn't good enough. Or I don't know. Joy feels one-sided somehow. I guess with that there's this like sharing. There's so much sharing feeling here. I was noticing then that I did 5 lines, and I was thinking I was going to be doing 4, kind of like a mirroring energy, but the fact that I did 5 was like that creative energy of it's not just you and them, it's you, them, and togetherness, and let's talk about what you and them are. Let's discover the whole other world that the other experiences. It feels like an equal desire to understand the other, to explore like every facet of the other, or maybe for you it's like particular facets of the other. There's like a equal yet compatible depth. I meant to say different yet compatible depth, because like there's so much but maybe instead of like the lower half may be shared, it's like the upper half that can't be shared is mirrored, except for the parts that aren't mirrored but are the same thing but in a new perspective. It's not like mirroring, but it's the same thing still. And then the lower part, which isn't tangible, isn't fixed, it's underwater, that part is shared. So there's so much like psychic connection where it's spiritually and emotionally you're always there, you're always together, or spiritually and emotionally there's such an intrinsic understanding of each other. It's like the surface you get to explore, but the below the surface has already been explored, and it's been combined long ago, or it was always combined. Oh, I love that. I'm thirsty now, so I'm going to drink some water. That's it for your reading, I think. we didn't even get more cards. I just said, nope, didn't need them. I didn't explain how I was getting some of the messages that I got from this, but this was reading the energy. I don't see, I don't understand the drawing in a way that sometimes I am able to in like a zoomed out perspective. Like, I don't really get what this is, but I got what some of the parts were that were like the specifics. So there could be a sense of like you understand some of the specifics of one another, or of yourselves, or of this connection, the combined energy of the two. What was I saying? I can't remember, but I keep getting the image of this, where it's like, you at one end of the spectrum you are one, and then in the center, or the like largest section, so you could view this as like long waves, in other words, like physicalization perhaps, like root chakra more than crown, and then you go back to the crown again, and on the other side of the spectrum you're also one, something like that. It's like the beginning you are one and the end you are one, but in the middle you are not. That middle, that drawing out, that is the key change. Da. And there's so many dimensions of this same shape that you can then go into, forever expanding in every direction. I love that. Cool. Okay, bye-bye pile number 1. I'm gonna get to pile number 2, and I'll get to see you when I do. What's a word that rhymes with do? That means bye. I can't think of any. Bye-bye. Where's your crystal gone? Oh, there. Hey, ya. Yeah. Welcome in pile 2. So you have the eye card. Well, I am viewing this as an eye card with loads and loads of eyes. Your song, I got a song for each pile, is Playing by Mitch. I'll hold that up in case you want to find that song. In the song, it speaks of abstract and a sense of confusion, I feel. Like, there's so much, but they're not all going together cohesively, or it's kind of giving me the image of like a monster, or what one might describe as a monster. Like, something is coming together in a way that I heard, like, to some is perceived as hideous. I heard the word inclined. I was kind of hearing a sentence like, I'm inclined to something, something, something. It felt like it could be legal or very serious, or like other perspectives that are clouding your own. Yes, that's what this feels like. Other perspectives that are clouding your own, or that are just like forming around you. Like there's just so many eyes, right? And they're all so different too. And I kind of wanted to say they feel kind of ugly, like perspectives that are not necessarily pleasant. But at the same time, I kind of want to sink into it. Or in that, I'm wanting to say that there is a beauty to it that I'm seeing. All of them coming together. And it's like an absurdity of what is that? It's like, because there are so many that are so different and all present at once, it allows you to kind of see them for what they really are. It's like you have so many comparisons that you can kind of detach from them altogether, because you see it's like it's overwhelming to the degree that you kind of no longer have words for it. It's like what do I even do about that? Like, there's nothing to do. Yeah, you may have like started with a couple other perspectives, and you may have got stressed about them or felt like there was something you needed to do, but after a while of really just seeing all of them form, it's kind of leaving you with nothing to do. Like, no matter what you do, they like half of them will still exist. I'm really wanting to warm my hands on the candle right now. And that kind of feels to me like taking care of yourself, as opposed to focusing on the other perspectives or the other like wonkiness. Kind of forgetting. Some of you feel a bit like you're out of it, or you're it's a sense of like it's difficult, and so you're wanting to process through letting go. It's a dissociating sort of energy. It's not present within everyone, but some of you that was clarifying to hear. I also want to note that you chose the labradorite, which can be a crystal that really helps with not taking on other energies. Okay, that's what we're starting with. I want to get some tarot for you. I want to get a bit more of the situation on top, and then maybe guidance below. Let's shuffle a little. So the song being called Playing is interesting because it's talking about playing in like, I think, I'd need to listen to it again, but like playing as in being used. It's like a playing in the negative sense. But the word playing I love as a positive sense generally. So it's making me think that something positive has been twisted to be negative. Or at least then it's just bringing again that essence of multiple ways of looking at this. The word playing can be viewed in so many different ways. I also want to note that on Spotify, out of all the songs that I got for this reading, I believe that is the only one that you can't view the lyrics of. And it's kind of making me feel like it's the one that I want to be viewing the lyrics of. I keep wanting to look at them right now. So there's a sense of mystery here. Okay, so the situation, what you're experiencing. Moving away. So 6 of Swords and Death, they're both going from one thing to another in a quite condensed amount of time, I want to say. Resting with something, resting into something that I want to say plutonic energy. Crowned, or crowns could be significant. Yeah, it's making me think Knight of Swords, it's like brash, harsh words, unthinking. I think unthinking words and perspectives are being seen on something to do with you moving on. Your transformation, your expansion is causing others to like lash out. It's a petty energy. I don't want to call it petty. I want to bring some more compassion than that. It's like it can be very much petty and we can have compassion for pettiness, but I guess the perspective I want to hone in on is a lot of people aren't thinking because they never considered thinking. There's like a blocked offness, and I guess everything is choice. Yeah, full stop. Okay, so there's a little bit of a call to not give so much compassion that you like miss what's actually going on. Some of you might be inclined to kind of meld into other people's energies that you kind of allow with, like, in your mind, or in your body, it's like you're allowing something that actually you don't want to allow. And I kind of spat then, and it's making me think of someone who's like really saying mean things. So I just laugh at the that expression of like mean things. You're being a big meanie. I feel like there are people being a big meanie. They're being big meanies or small meanies about your freedom, about your ability to see beyond, or it's not seeing, it's experience beyond. It's also seeing. So you have Six of Swords, which can speak to the mind. I think you're feeling like a tenderness, a softness around something that people want you to view as harsher or non-cohesive with, compatible or it's like they want something to be threatening, but instead you're leaning into it. My piece of paper got blown away, so one moment. There could be something very taboo about this. I keep being drawn to Pluto, so maybe looking at your Pluto in any chart could be significant for you, could help you embrace this situation. Also, maybe I feel like it's your Pluto that is triggering others, and it's also that very Pluto that is the key to feeling better within this situation, because Pluto talks of power. Yeah, I feel like it's a simple message of other people are being triggered by your sense of power, and you don't need to let go of that power because of other people's meaniness. Okay. It does feel like jealousy could be a part of this too. Like, there's such an expansive energy with you. Yeah, such an expansion for you. And I keep wanting to say you're leaning into it. It's like you handle something so difficult with so much grace. Or something so, it's like that Pluto energy isn't actually coming through as Pluto. Maybe you have like Venus conjunct Pluto or something. It's so elegant and like beautifying. Like, I'm seeing it with the swan, like the leaning into the swan a lot, and swan is seen. Swan is beauty, can be associated with Venus, but also just like the fact that it's like a cross between a more humanoid being and a phoenix. There's something about the way of transformation, or the way of I want to say the way of fire is it who you are able to wield fire. Yes. And I feel like a part of all of these different eyes could also be that they're not just of multiple different beings having different perspectives. It's actually that even one being could have multiple perspectives. So, like, the Knight of Swords keeps making me think of people who don't actually know what they think, and they're just saying things that they haven't really thought about, or haven't had the grace of seeing any other way. Okay, let's get some guidance tarot cards in. Seven of Cups. Yeah, there's so much of an energy of like dreaming, and sleep, rest, and also so much of like in bed. So you can take that in other ways, especially with Pluto also. Head in the clouds. And for that, I'm kind of seeing some people may have the perspective of like pointing at you negatively. Like, you have your head in the clouds, you're dreaming, you're not like, you're not supposed to be doing that. Is what is what I'm getting from them. But I feel your response is like, yes, I do have my head in the clouds, but that doesn't mean that I'm not also able to have my head in the clouds. Like, what is having your head in the clouds? Like, I can take that as a compliment. It's that Pluto essence. It's like the gentle Pluto of, yes, I can have that. There could be something around like how much you have also. Your belief that you really can go in the direction that you want to be going in. Something about your strong intuition, but I heard perceived strong intuition. I feel like you might be made fun of a lot for this, or with this, or throughout this. One example is of creating a business that you see as possible for you and flourishing, like the ability to really go anywhere with this business, and you're trusting your gut with it, you're trusting your intuition with it, and other people may make fun of you for it or feel as though you shouldn't be going after it. It's all coming back to them. It's all coming back to like, yeah, they have this perspective on you because they have this perspective on themselves. They wouldn't believe in their own ability to do what you're doing. It's like a sense of restriction. I feel like there's like a Pluto in both you and the parties who are perceiving this, talking. It feels like a lot of like gossip and energy. There's the Pluto is in both, but it's feeling like it's very distorted in one, like the Pluto of the need to control. It's giving more Saturn, actually. Like a restriction, feeling so restricted. I guess it's kind of like the essence of a lot of others have had power enforced over them, and you have risen through that, and now you are the one who is with your own power. So it's no longer over you, now you're projecting that into your own experiences. You're utilizing the power. And others don't feel as though they can do that. And so, of course, they would... Actually, again, I'm wanting to say, it's like throughout this reading, I'm wanting to, like, in the energy, I'm trying to give them more credit than the guidance here is to do. I feel like you may continue to try and see from their perspective or go into a more compassion, but I'm kind of feeling from you, it's like, you know that you're compassionate, you know that you're accepting of everyone's perspectives. The call for you is more to integrate that plutonic energy of power, like really solidity. It's more about it's like allowing yourself to be protective. Okay. There also is a sense of look at your options that could come through, because I was remembering this is like the guidance part. 7 of Cups. No, it's like dare to dream. Dare to dream. That's what's coming through. Do we want to get... Yeah, we want to keep going. Or maybe just this at the back of the deck. Yeah. Okay. So we have 5 of Cups and 9 of Swords. This coming through as guidance just feels like feeling the emotions that come up from this. If this is triggering you, then feeling those triggers. And a 9 of Swords is just the triggers of the mind. So this could really push at your buttons, and it's calling for you to... I'm gonna get a couple extras because it's about, yes, experiencing that which is being triggered within you, but both of these cards are kind of like the over-exaggeration of the energy. So it's not just feeling emotional, it's kind of dwelling in emotion. And 9 of Swords is not just feeling anxiety, it's actually feeling more than your fair due of anxiety. It's like it's spiraling out of control. Feeling like you don't actually have a handle or a grounded sense of yourself anymore, of safety. This is kind of like... And 7 of Cups too, there's like an overwhelm here. Like an overwhelm of difficulty, which is really weird that those are the guidance parts. And I'm not actually picking up from you. It could be that I'm more outside of your energy within this reading, but I'm not sensing lots of disturbance, not to the degree that it's looking like. So I'm gonna get a couple more cards to see if this is inviting you to... Okay, back of the deck I was being drawn to. I forgot about that. Yeah, and I accidentally kind of cut the deck to King of Pentacles also. Let me see if where this is to be in shot. Yeah, it's in shot. Yeah, so Queen of Pentacles is making me think of... okay, it's recognizing the emotion and the mental space that you're in order to nurture yourself and to basically ground. Recognizing what is yours and what is not yours. Because a lot of this, I'm gonna say sorrow and anxiety. It's a feeling of perhaps unworthiness. And with Queen of the Pentacles being the back of the deck, it's kind of the opposite. It's like full worthiness, full she's able to give to herself because she recognizes that she is worth giving to. I also want to note, though, the way I was seeing this card in the collective at the beginning of this reading, not pile 2, but the whole video, I was seeing Queen of Pentacles over-giving, and I just saw a weird energy when I said that. So yeah, I feel like you may really be overgiving to all of these other outside influences, and there's a call to really simply see that, see how much of your energy you are like letting people get away with, is what I'm feeling. I want to get some extra guidance for you. It's giving me or it's putting me in an energy of like strong protection, like, no, that's not okay. I'm so confused. Yeah, and your song playing is like talking about other people playing games and you've had enough of it. I feel like you might be one to just let people get away with a lot, or to stay around those who aren't treating you with respect. And that can be, if this isn't something that you can physically distance yourself from, it could be just within your own mind, your own emotional body. It's like you haven't told yourself that the way you're being treated is wrong, or that you're not okay with it. It doesn't have to be right or wrong, but it can be right or wrong to you. You can accept or deny something. You can choose to see yourself as more valuable than the way that you're being treated. This energy is really putting me in like a cross energy. Like a protective parent who's seeing their child be mistreated and doesn't just let that happen, but wants to stand up and like drill it within the child's mind that they are lovable and what is happening to them is not okay, and they're gonna make practical, or make they're gonna put effort in order to have this not happen. But I feel like it's not so practical. It's more so it's more so making me think of within yourself. It's like you don't have to say a word to any of these other beings who are having these intentions towards you, but it's about having the intention towards yourself that you are wanting to have. So Black Jaguar. Oh, Black Jaguar has a biting tongue. They I just heard in my head, like, they don't take no shit from no one. I love the way that that came through with words. Like the repeating of no. The dialect. Yeah, I was imagining I'm not sure completely what context, but the jaguar can bite down. It's like got one of the strongest bites on Earth, I think. They can like bite through a, what's that called? A caiman's skull, or maybe they can like smash through a tortoise shell. Anyway, they got a big bite. And they also drag their prey up trees to defend it, to protect it from others taking their food. I feel like not needing to read it, it's this like a warrior sort of energy that you're being called into. I'm so confused though, which really goes with what this is. You might be feeling confused as to like why you're still in the emotion, because I feel like the guidance is bringing clarity to what is. 3 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles. Can we get some clarity, please? Wheel of Fortune. It's definitely not needing to like take action towards them, but I feel like it is about internally understanding why you've attracted this, or that it's like seeing the cycles that this has come from for you. Like what is this reflecting? And I feel like it's reflecting a need for you to be angry, or to say no internally, to not accept. It's like don't get into the like having compassion and empathy feeling. It feels like you already have that. It's King of Cups. It's like you've mastered the emotion of. Oh, and those are the turtles that I'm gonna be bit down on. Sorry, Mr. Turtles. That's what it feels like. It's like you were just 2 turtles swimming in the sea, and then you were bitten for no reason. You have the compassion and emotional understanding of other people and of your species to hold space for everyone. But I feel like you're not being called into that. You're being called into the... What if that's just me? Yeah, that's what I think you're saying. Like, what if it's... like, what if you're in the wrong? Or what if... You question then yourself, but this is calling you to trust yourself. These emotions... I feel like you're feeling so many other people's emotions and... thoughts. It's like the spiral of difficulty in your mind and emotional body is not from you. It's from taking on others, and you're taking on that from others because you were probably taught in childhood to overgive, to be overly forgiving, to be... And by that word forgiving, what I'm meaning is like forgiving of your energy, like allowing kind of your boundaries of self to collapse, and for others to use you in ways that weren't soothing, weren't nourishing, nurturing, weren't beneficial for you. Yeah, this feels like unwinding the karmic cycles that this has come from. Here we've got that Queen of Pentacles again. And the Sun. You could be like me, Saturn conjunct Sun. I feel you could have a lot of Virgo placements too, or Virgo and Pisces. There's a sense of remembering your power and not having... It's like your vitality, your own sense of self. It doesn't have to be distorted. It can be a choice to remain sovereign within your own emotional, mental, energetic field. You can choose that it's not okay for... essentially for others to make you feel bad. because you can have a love and compassion for everyone, but that doesn't mean that you have to allow all of their energy to like infect you. It doesn't make you non-loving to not be giving. If you stop giving, like your energy, for example, if you close off your energy, that doesn't make you not loving. In fact, that is showing love to yourself. In this situation, is what I'm seeing. Bring back your vitality. You know how. Okay. I think that's it for your reading. Pile 2. Actually, maybe I'll... No, that's it. We've got the Fool. Woo! And the King of Cups. I feel like you guys are the King of Cups. I cut to Justice too. It's like you're so fair that I think it's actually maybe you haven't been fair on yourself. It's like you've been so understanding of everyone else's like shortcomings, perceived shortcomings, that you've been allowing those perceived or those shortcomings to hinder your own self, your own embodiment of love and abundance, like an abundance of energy, or abundance in many other ways. Okay, I love you, pile number 2. Yeah, you might resonate with the number 2 a lot. I kind of want to question, do you still, though? Maybe you want to get up the number 1 within your life some more. Okay. Water. Welcome in, pile 3. I'm curious to see where your reading will go. I think there's something to do with that in and of itself, curiosity. I heard the phrase, curiosity killed the cat. There could be a fear that curiosity will be the death of you. Well, that there may be like a something that you fear you should not know. Maybe you know something that you think you shouldn't know. You're afraid of like the tower you've built. There's something about your intelligence, like your altered viewpoint. I keep tilting my head right and wanting to look through at something, but it's kind of like I already see it. I see it. I don't know if others see that I see it though. A small example is coming through of you may feel unsure about getting readings on specific things. That understanding of like it's seeing into something, and my mind is going so blank. I'm seeing this as a necklace and it's on the heart. Okay, so we're connecting here to the idea that you're insecure about something of the mind, but I think the call is to drop into your heart and feel through the experience. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling like I would have a strong perspective here. However, I'm not really being called to share that. And I think the focus is on how do you feel? What is important to you, your heart? Does something feel of love, or does it feel of I heard like neglect or in essence, like, is the thing that you're viewing, or is your somehow mind, your mental perspective, your curiosity, is it coming from the heart? Yeah, there's a questioning. Just what is your heart saying? I heard the word pillow. And that's making me think of marshmallow also. That made me think of Marshmallow, the music artist. So there could be songs by him that could enlighten you during the time of you watching this reading, or at another time when you remember. I heard the word adequate. So there could be a sense of feeling inadequate too. No, something is adequate. It's not inadequate, it's adequate. Yeah, I feel that very strongly. Some of you may go to thinking something is inadequate when in actuality adequate. That's making me think of etiquette or etiquette. I want to bring in the perspective that everything is okay, and then what would you most feel is loving? It's like, drop the fear so that you can remember and align with that which you're most wanting to experience, most wanting to expand upon. I also maybe want to bring in a perspective of look at the other side. In other words, if this is more towards yourself, looking at what an altered viewpoint of this could be, like of someone else's view, or if this is about another, then looking at what it would be for you. I heard the word like a combination of party and plenty. Or maybe more like parting. Okay, let's get some cards now. I wasn't really getting too much strongly from this drawing. It's like I wanted to draw it, and there's a channel of sorts coming through. But I also want to scrap it all and say, I don't bother. I haven't mentioned yet. For each pile, I've been doing a song. I've got a song from Shuffle, and it's so interesting. I'm kind of feeling like I'm still in pile 2 for you. But you are pile 3. It's a newness here, and oh yeah, the amethyst is making me think of third eye. It's something that you're not sure if you're allowed to have a secret or not. If you should know something. Some of you may be also closing off to your own knowings, in that you already know it. It's not even like curiosity killed the cat, in that it's not like an opening of a box like Pandora where you haven't yet opened it, and then you're questioning if it's okay to open it. It's more like you've already opened it, you already have it all, and you're questioning whether you numb yourself to it or not. And that perspective in and of itself could be telling on all you need to hear, really. Do you numb yourself, or do you remain in your power? with power. I think is that there's a bit of a sense of, with great power comes great responsibility, and questioning your own sense of responsibility, in that if you feel you are able to hold, able, like, there's another word that, other than able here, are you responsible? Do you feel like it's okay for you to hold this? What would the feeling of you being trusted with this feel like? I kind of want to give the example of everythingness trusting you with this. And what really is that? Is that one in and of itself? Is that one with you embracing that quality, that a sense of leadership, a sense of holding? It's a parental role. Oh yeah, so the song that you got, pile 3, You Are Misery by Maroon 5. Yeah, it's kind of making me think of, because this song is not one that was in my playlist, but it was on the like special shuffle where it adds in new songs that aren't of my playlist. And I can't remember what the message with that was, but I was surprised when I heard this, because the lyrics seemed down, but the energy of it seemed up. It's like the instrumental, or the sound, the feeling of it was like a major instead of a minor, but it's like the feeling of it was major, but the energy of it was minor. No, the words of it were minor. Yeah, the words. Ooh, my mind got a bit fumbled then. Yeah, I feel like that again. It's like you may be trying to order something as opposed to trusting your knowing. There's like a sense of your gut has the answer. Your gut has the answer. Your gut knows what love is. Yeah, it's giving the example of like humans pretending that they're not animals, or pretending that they're somehow separate than like all the rest of the earth. It's that sense of like you're unsure if you should keep pretending or not, pretending that you're not powerful. I want to say, like, just because others are pretending doesn't mean you need to pretend. I want to do a drawing on the back of this for you. This is the back of all of them, so I'm not just affecting your pile, I'm affecting every single pile. This position, this perspective, it does affect so many. And I think that there could be a fear of that, a fear because others will experience this through you. They will feel this sense of parental energy that you'll hold. And let's get cards for that, because I had a way I was going, but then my mind stopped me. I feel like that's what you're doing. It's like you feel the way, you know the way, but then your mind stops you because of other people's perspectives, perhaps. I can totally see you coming from other piles. Okay. But this feels so different. I also want to note that yours is actually not just both, all three, or many things. You are pile 3, which is the last pile, very fresh, the end, the next, the new, the up and coming. You're also that the new song, like the song wasn't in my playlist, new, and this card is the card that I have drawn last night, or it's the latest card for me to draw. So there's a lot of fresh energy, and this crystal, I haven't. It's not necessarily new to me, but of my collection of crystals, this one is one of the newer ones. I just haven't got many new crystals lately. Wait, is that the newest crystal? I'm just looking behind me now. It could be joint third. No, it's not. I just remembered three others. I don't know. It's the newest big crystal. That message of like me looking behind me now, like I'm gonna look behind me now. Yeah, there's a sense of like being able to guide people through this energy, because I was kind of seeing that like you doing something quite extravagant or having a powerful energy, and then like saying, like talking people through it, like I'm gonna do this now, explaining what, yeah, or how. There's a sense of like flow combined with you. It's yours, but it's also so much more than yours. And you've equated it to the blessings that you as a collective have decided upon. There are so many words that you have already spoken that you have yet to speak. And when you speak, you don't speak for just you, you speak for and as so many. It's equal to. What is it equal to? I keep getting that equal. Yeah, let's use these cards. You have to get a new perspective in order to see the truth of this. It's like it can't stay in the dark. Another universe. Is that not what I just said? That's like quite a new perspective. It's a whole other universe. You may resonate with being from a universe, and thus you're kind of explaining that understanding, the perspective that is not any perspective present here. And so there's like an equal signs of, you don't just speak for you, you speak as an entire other collective. You may really resonate with being not only a part of like with that equal sign, it's like you resonate as being your current embodiment, but you also really resonate as being so many other embodiments simultaneously, and you get to process that in a way that is very unique to this lifetime, or to this embodiment, if you don't resonate with the term lifetime, or to this. You may not resonate with the word embodiment either. Depends how far along the crazy spectrum, perhaps. I'm still smiling at that, and there's something to that. I don't usually like call things crazy. I'm really noting that crazy word in such a joyful energy, a joyful way. It's like I'm taking pride in the craziness, or I'm remembering a craziness, or I'm remembering that which others perceive as crazy. Because there's an allowance here. Allowance for so much more to exist. Hawthorn trees can be seen as portals to the fairy realm, or something along these lines, like home to fairies. So it's making me think of like, yes, it's a tree in the physical realm of Earth, but it's also home to a collective, or to a realm that is considered by many to not be physicalized on Earth. It's that bridge energy. It's the equal sign. It's both here and there. Mintaka. Yeah, Mintaka is also a planet that some see as having been destroyed, and some see as present. I don't have a strong view on this, but there's a sense of a distortion of time, or a distortion of, and distortion not needing to mean like wrong or untruthful, unaligned, but simply like wiggly. I love that. I'm sticking with that. Wiggly. Blue avian. That's it. Okay. It kind of wants to be like crossed over. With these cards coming out in a very like part rectangle way, it feels again so holding, but it's holding of something that doesn't fit. I feel like you may really resonate with, it doesn't have to be another universe, but there's something in a sense of like a heightened, altered perspective. Like, what does another universe, those words, what do they represent to you? It doesn't have to mean the same thing as that might mean to others, but to you, it's the expression. It's the feeling of nothing from here is you, and you hold everything else. But you also holding here and everything that is here. I feel like you are able to connect with that which you perceive as home, and you're able to channel it. There's such a world bridger here. Like, weaver of worlds, you're at the right place. That feels like what you're doing. It feels like a kindred soul of weaving worlds. Ooh, look, a dribble. I'm gonna show you my dribble. I don't know how to express that in words, but it does feel like you're showing many your dribble. Your dribble. I don't even know what that means, and I'm even seeing that like not like wet dribble like from the mouth, but could be that. Sharing your dribble. But dribbling like with football. Is dribbling in loads of sports? It probably is. It's probably is. Yes, it's probably is. There's my dribble. Look at it. That's what you're doing. You're telling people, look where I've come from. Like, I know your realm is all well, fine and dandy, but like, what about this realm? What about this one that can't even be comprehended from the state that you have experienced everything else from? There's such an altered perspective, and so new. Yeah, that's what that message of like, you're pile 3, you're the new crystal, you're the new card, you're the new song. It's all so new, and it's not even newness, it's just differentness. It's like new to this place, or to these people, to these beings. I keep wanting to say, like, you may feel so connected to another collective, another race, another. It's like you really do act as the bridge. You're both. You hold the hands of many. And when you see something, it's like you carry the eyes of not only you, but you carry the eyes of so many others. So many yous. Ah! I love it. It's like their faces meld into yours. Their faces are yours. It's not even like a oneness feeling. It's literally just like multiple of others of your kind from the other place, the other experience, the other universe. They I don't know, it's like they flow through you, but not like flow through you. It's just like you speak for many. You speak for many. You don't just speak for your own soul. You speak for the collective of your soul. Your home. You channel your home. Pyromancy. That could be significant for you. Is that the dealing with cards? Is that cards? Or like the psychic touch? I feel like that's... Or hands? Like hand reading? There could be lots of different... you could be really in touch with loads of different forms of divination, of channeling energy, of reading the meaning of something beyond the physical, because nothing fits for you. And that's what I kept trying to get at. Actually, I didn't keep trying to get at it, but I had thought of it and then didn't really say it, I think. There's kind of two cards showing over here, but the way they were placed, it's like you're fitting the entire other universe. You're trying to fit the entire other universe, your home, into the gap in this one. It's like you're creating expansion through everything that you are connected to, everything that you know and you experience and all that you are. You're so other. But you don't present yourself as other, because to expand one, it's like there's such a unity with it. I feel like you have so much love for this universe, for this... I just heard this baby universe. Oh, I love this energy so much. Yeah, that's what you feel like. You're like, I love this realm so much. I feel like you have such a detachment because of your such altered perspective. Look at this crystal rolling at that. You have such like a playful detachment, like wah do wah do wah, because you're not fixated here, because you're not from here. It's like you can't fully... It's like we didn't get these two cards and they didn't fit in place, because you're more than what can fit in place here. And so what you do is you kind of channel yourself as opposed to exist as yourself. I'm going to say that again. It's kind of like you channel yourself, because yourself cannot fit in the space that is provided in this place, this expression, this form, this universe. You're mighty, not courageous. What is that word? It's like you're very big-headed in order to try and like fit all of... It's like courageous. What is the word though? I love it. It's like you're being very courageous to be trying to fit in the entire other universe into this one. Like into this gap. Like, literally. It's reminding me of the game Cheat. You try and like... I'm not going to explain the whole game, but you could try and sneak in more cards, because it's basically a card game and you can cheat in it. And so you can say that you're putting down 2 cards, but you're actually putting down 3, and you try and get away with it. And instead of like trying to get away with like putting down 3 cards, or like 10 cards, you're trying to get away with putting the entire deck through. Yeah, what is that word? You're mighty courageous. You got big dreams and I'm not going to tear them down. Go for it. Go try and put the entirety of that universe into this one. Oh my god, wait. I just got a revelation about something. That's kind of cool. Yeah, you really, really might be trying to fit an entire universe into this one, and go for it. Go for it. I'm so happy right now. I feel like you're so in touch with ecstasy, with a bliss of being. That could be also that your most ecstatic, your most pleasure comes from your drawing of this other place into this place. Some of you could resonate with that being like a story, like you connect to a whole other world and then you write it, or you draw it, or you sing it, you create it. A whole other universe into this one. Do we get more cards? I felt such a drooping energy there. Some of you felt like... I'm gonna get tarot actually. Some of you may have felt like a sense of restriction around maybe perceiving another universe being less than. Like with me describing it in the creative way, I feel like some of you felt like it was less real, or that what you were feeling before wasn't true and that it was a less than. Why would you think that? I want to invite the whole essence, and so strongly that I'm going to get a new piece of paper for you. Even though I used like 2 for you already, I'm going to get a 3rd one. I think I got an angle. Yes, that's how we started this reading, with me tilting my head right. Curiosity did not, in fact, kill the cat. Or maybe it did. Maybe it changed it into a flying dog. Let's use red. Or purple. Let's use purple. Oh yeah, purple. Purple! And that's what I wanted to introduce to you, my fellow pile 3s. Fellowship. The word and. I kind of want to put ... Yes! Oh, I love that so much. That's how I'm ending it there. I'm not doing tarot. That's perfect. There's like a don't stop now. Don't stop now. There's like such an expansion of there's so much that you can bring through. There's so much that you can connect to. Both. Everything. It's not one or the other. Everything. And ... And ... And also just and. That word, like the handwriting of that now, to my brain, looks weird. So I'm gonna write loads of other ands. Hehe, look, a pen don't work. A pen do work, and a pen might might work. Yeah, you know, you just gotta mix around them letters. Dan. Hello, Dan. Nad. And again. And. Ow. And blue. And red. And straw. And blue. And nan. And That was non-intentional. But that would contradict the intention of my subconscious. Whee! Yeah, there's a tiny message of like, you may think that something is non-intentional, that you're drawn to something for less than a reason, but actually maybe it's more than a reason. And maybe it's just a simple other part of you, other expression of you, other intention of you. And maybe there's so much of your personal intention that you're coming to awareness of. I love that. Okay, I love you so much, and that was my favourite reading in the readings of all readings, maybe. And it surprises me. It's like it was so simple, or so, I want to say delicate. But boom, blam, bling, bling, blonko. Yeah, okay. Enjoy your life. Bye.